Gentlemen, here is a very shocking comedian, the most shocking comedian of our time, a young man who is skyrocketing to fame, Lenny Bruce. Here he is.
Will Elizabeth Taylor become bar mitzvahed? No, I promise continuity. I'll behave myself. I'll do all the lines that were rehearsed, you know. That's the thing, you know. I have a reputation for being sort of controversial and irreverent and also this semantic bear trap of bad taste. And actually I do have, and I will always be accused of bad taste by the people who eat in restaurants to reserve service, you know, that kind of scene to anyone, yeah. But you might be interested in how I became offensive. Like, started in school with drinking, and I was like a real depressed kid, and, you know, 7 or 8 years old, and I'd really get juiced and get out of my and so the teacher would really get bugged, you know, with me singing and carrying on, and calling Columbus a fink, and boosting Aaron Burr and all that. And then smoking. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that from here? I've got like this tattoo here. I'll fix it. Oh, can you see it? I smoked Marlboros when I was 6 years old, and it grew up. Offend. There's a funny kind of thing. It's there's semantics. There are words that offend me. Let's see, Governor Farbus, segregation offend me. Nighttime television offends me. Some nighttime television. The shows that exploit homosexuality, narcotics, and prostitution under the guise of helping the societal problem. Except like for a few shows. There's one guy on the coast who's got like a nutty sense of humor, you know. His name is Paul Coates, and he found out, like there were kids that 8 and 9 years old that was sniffing airplane glue to get high on, you know, and so I had sort of a fantasy how it happened. The kid is alone in his room, and it's Saturday. The child is played by George McCready. Well, let's see now. I'm all alone in the room, and it's Saturday. Mother's away, and what'll I do that's good and hostile? Well, let's see. I'll make an airplane. That's good. I'll make a Lancaster. Good structural design. I'll get the bolts wood. I'll sand it here. I'll cut that off. I'll get the struts now. Now I'll get a little airplane glue. I'll rub it on the rag and, Hey, now, it's a nutty plane here. I'm getting loaded. Is this possible, loaded on airplane glue? Maybe it's just stuffy in here. I'll call my dog over. Flicker. Flicker, come here, darling, and smell this rat. Smell it, you freaky little doggy. Smell that rat, Flicker. Flicker. Flicker! It worked. I'm the Louis Pasteur of junkiedom. I'm out of my skull for tinner. Well, there's much work to be done now. Horses' hooves to melt down, noses to get ready. Cut to the toy store. Any toy store, any hobby shop. Might be your kid who walked in that day. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Hello, Mrs. Schindler. Nice store you got here. Give me a nickel's worth of pencils and a big boy tablet and some erasers and 2,000 tubes of airplane glue. That's it. What? Let's see. What else offends me? Some motion pictures. Yeah, the motion pictures, that's the thing that I don't like, you know. Exploitation for just the sake of exploiting. Motion pictures that exploit race relations without ever saying anything. I don't feel Hollywood has ever, maybe with the exception of Home of the Brave, really touched on a good picture that came out and said some issues that were important, you know. Typical brotherhood film. Hey, Skitch, like, lay some Spanish music on me, like any kind of thing. That's weird. Right. Miguel, 3 years old. It's the hour of truth. They're taking the bull away, the bull he raised, the bull he loves. We hear Miguel talking to his father. Why are you going to take the bull away? I love him. Not my bull, not your bull. Sometimes you stick the bandolero on him and kill my mujer. Todo el mundo es telefónica en España. That's my bull. Boy, I don't like you. I told you, I'm not your son. Don't call me your son. Because you killed my bull. My son, if you don't understand. No, how can I understand that you killed him? That's all I know. Miguel, if you don't see, I can explain to you. If you say to kill this bull will mean $3,000 your American money. Kill him. He grows. The man, 19 years old, and here's where the typical Hollywood brotherhood pitch starts to seep in. The sister talks to him over the shoulder. Juan, you're making a mistake. Hanging around with the wrong gang. Why, Dr. Mendoza, the shop teacher, said you're making wonderful earrings out of that espresso machine. Juan, why don't you listen before it's too late? Juan, over the shoulder into the mirror. Don't bother me. What do you know? Esta quinela, esta caliente recha que esta Tijuana. Don't bother me. Give me the rubber band for my ponytail. That's what Now we dissolve to the exterior of the schoolyard. And there's all the Anglo-Saxon types, you know, they're bright and shiny with their switchblade tongues. And there's one like he's all with a ripped Madras blazer, you know. And the big pitch comes in. Listen to me. Come on, you guys. When I hear something I learned in school what I can't forget, you know what I learned in the school? Putting my mind the high school principal. Something I can't forget. You know what I can't forget? I forgot. No, I don't forget. Only in this country you can copy my friend. I'm an Spanish guy, okay? I'm Spanish. Phil is a color guy, okay? Sal is a Jewish guy. There's a Japanese guy, a French guy. My friend in this country, we all have to stick together and beat up the Greeks. There is another side to my nature, right? The aesthetic side, you know. Clyde Beatty. And, I'm going to, did you dig that?
Yes.
I'm so happy. I'm going to write a musical with Steve Allen. And it's sort of a nice kind of thing. And it's about a couple. And if you've been married, you know, or are now, you know the scene that happened. You have a million beefs with your old lady, you know, and you break up and you go back together again. But this couple in the play, they're a little eccentric, and they've gone back, you know, and broken up about 55 times in 7 years. But they keep going back for the kid's sake. So finally, they go to a marriage counselor. It opens up, and they're together, and they're happy, without one argument. But the kids are complete nuts. Because they were so adjusted to that scene, you know, of breaking up and going back together that it's been too much for them. So they decide, for the kid's sake, to break up. And in the scene, Steve, like, you know, he's my friend, we're hanging out together, and he's got the first line.
All right. Hey, Lenny, where's your old lady?
Oh, we had a beef, man. We broke up.
Oh, it's too bad. Don't worry, you'll get back together.
No, that's it, you know. You have a million fights, and finally you decide that's the one. You've had it, you know, and I finally got the guts, and I got rid of her. I don't believe it, man, but I finally did it. I finally got rid of her.
How'd you do that?
She left me. But it's better off, man. You're better off alone. I'm really going to swing. I'm going to fix up my own pad. That's it. I can really fix up a pad, you know. I'm going to really get some of that shiny black furniture, and I'll get a bullfight poster, and I'll get a coffee table and make a door out of it. And I'll just really swing, and it'll just be nice, and I'll get a satin smoking jacket and a pearl white phone, and I'll sit back and relax, and finally I'll be all alone, man. That's the best way to make it, all alone. All alone. All alone. All alone. Oh, a joy to be all alone. I'm happy alone, don't you see? I've convinced you. I don't know, I get so dramatic about it. You're better off alone, man. That's it. I'm going to get a whole bunch of new suits. You know, I've had the same dumb suit for 10 years. You walk in her closet, you can't even breathe. That's it. I'll get a whole bunch of suits. I'll get a chick that likes to hang out, man. I'll have the vodka parties. That's modern. Vodka parties, swing it up, ball it up. I'll get a chick who likes to drink. Boy, my wife sure used to look good standing up against the sink. She's the lowest, though. I really put her down. No, I really miss her. I don't want some sharp chick that can quote Kerouac and walk with poise. I just want to hear my old lady say, "Get up and fix the sink. It's still making noise." All alone, all alone. Like a near-sighted dog wears the bone. Ah, but it's better to be all alone. No more taking out the garbage, hear her yakking on the phone. I gave her everything, even my mother's ring. But to me, she was so petty. Sometimes I wish that she were dead. But it'd probably take her 2 hours to get ready. When she's old, then she's going to be sorry. That's it. Like, she's young and swinging now, and she can get a lot of guys, but when she's old, I can see her about 20 years from now. How you doing, Annie? I haven't seen you in a long time. You look pretty good, baby. You're still washing your hair with Dutch cleanser, I see. Yeah, you look good. You gained a few pounds. What happened to your neck? I heard you got married a few times, huh? Me, no, I've always stayed single. I've been investing in property. I picked up a little place in Mexico. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called Acapulco. I don't know. Where are you living? A furnished room? That's nice. You cook on the radiator, the paper drapes, and sit in the lobby and watch television and all, you know. That's cool, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. You have the Diners Club. You sign for. You go first class in those joints. I know that. Yeah, that's it. Her future spells a murky gloom. I'll be rich and famous, and she'll be living in a furnished room, but it's going to be too late. I won't hear a moan. I'll be living in my Nob Hill mansion, rich and all alone. All alone. All alone. I'll be rich, but so all alone.
If you own a good quality radio like this, you already own an important part of a stereophonic sound system. RCA Victor announces stereo orthophonic high fidelity at a price once paid for high fidelity alone. All you buy is a new Victrola with RCA Victor's unique 2-in-1 chassis. Hook up to the speaker system of any good TV or radio set you may have, and you're ready for stereo. Just put on a new stereo record and listen. Music with direction. Hear the left side of the orchestra from the left. The right side of the orchestra from the right. Living stereo high fidelity. See the superb new high fidelity Victrolas that play stereo and all your regular records too. Complete stereo systems as low as $129.95 at your RCA Victor dealers.